you see I'm throwing rocks? Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. Irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this Kuno.
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fuck... Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor... Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? So yeah, he's the one you wanna talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Come in here.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels...
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contuge?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniff...
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the...
Hey, you faggoty, Kuno.
You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost,
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found... Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. Fine. We're not worried. You'll crawl back to this bottles.
You've passed up your chance to start drinking alcohol for now. But don't worry.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled the soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I...
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5, this is 41st.
The man uses relay code. You got this.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the...
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole...
Satellite Officer Dietmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in...
Fuck me. Mac, come...
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost...
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain So...
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his phone, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
It's a single-shot kill A9. An armistice, to be precise.
Says it's a kill 9... Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers.
Dear God, he lost his gun.
This isn't really a laughing...
Mac can face a giant of Coco Noor by himself. But Disco hit...
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost it.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going to say that.
What's he saying?
He said he...
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some...
Sure, vanilla...
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you should...
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referred...
Fire water? He's lost it. Fuck it, tell him...
Satellite Officer V. I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon.
In pursuit of his...
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Okay.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12. Visitors present here. Over. He wants to verify the information on his...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen.
Tell him to stop waiting.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is your number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is...
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly?
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom? What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own...
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the courts. No one calls the police. The Union would... You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I didn't want to get in trouble with...
Push her further. Show her the error of her.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the courts. No one calls the police. The Union... You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like...
Push her further. Show her the error of...
I didn't know I had to report...
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller.
No. I honestly don't know.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
Okay. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law... You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody. Oh, no.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started...
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out. Off of... I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns..." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love? You're just a gimp. What?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? Sir, officer. What's the number? Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call...
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a metallic drawer slides out from under the seat.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pry bar feels nice and cold, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and you can do good work with these. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar. You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics. After a while, you realize of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back. The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, in the cabin, you see a set of... As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large...
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. very stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy... The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin. The driver has adorned his space with a large metal pendant hangs from the... It is a seal of royal... The back end of the cabinet, a book with ragged edges catches your notice.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual. Likely, yes. This guy's...
There he is, in front of Rita. A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time. An old case for my precinct. A couple of Zhimsk migrants saw a Stash Ryko stopped in the street. They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk...
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Is that so, officer? I'll take you at your word. 4 years for murder in The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked...
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence...
Could it be another Stash Ryko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related. Yes, detective? You sure you're not Zhimsk?
Yes, you're sure you're not. Or, if you are, it's...
Right to work! Right to work! Sure.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Pity.
Let us work!
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic... Oh, no, you don't. Not this one. That's not you. Light reflects off the green glass. Wow. The gods of mass production have made this out. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been it. Nothing. Some mental stuff. Fine. We're not worried.
You've passed up your chance to...
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the Flasky
I was just messing with you. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop... Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied. He finds it unlikely that you will succeed.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
A small cabinet on the wall is... Their logo is the bloodless rose.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
A colorful display of... The bottles wink at you in the light. The smoke's there, in that dark green glass. All in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. The material appears to be ceramic, delicate and these are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking...
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any note. It's clearly some...
Ceramic plate. Zirconium. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous and piece by piece. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield info. No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all... They usually hang them completely naked for them.
Clearly Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him. A small belt.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistribution.
Faint, organic, like whirls of floorboards. The design, if trees were made of porcelain, the smooth, glossy... The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station. That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for... I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot. This is a
airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wire.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in his eye. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is red. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. The man before you is naked, but for the material appears delicate. These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Indeed.
Oh, the lieutenant uses. It's all you, baby.
Ceramic plate. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T5 piece by piece. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless, and a small...
It's anything but. This
faint, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks so... I am so disappointed in you. What are you interested in there?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he... Just something I scraped together from my station. I agree. This equipment is way beyond... It is. We've requested for a full set.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them? Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range. Communicate. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities.
Fuck does Kuno care? So? Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pig.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? After this shit, you better not...
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno's cool.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Trying to get Kuno...
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got...
Help! He's got...
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before...
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats...
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have.
Nothing you can...
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. The driver has adorned his space with a large metal pendant hangs from. It is the seal of royalist. The back end of the cabinet, a book with ragged edges catch.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual. Likely, yes. This guy's...
There he is, in front of Fleet. You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like...
I was just messing with you. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife? The little boy had it good to get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on...
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the... So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then. I learned that people don't...
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interest. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library.
How does it come up?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the... So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officer.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me body still hanging in the tree. Aye, I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be some... I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a grand...
If it's all so simple.
Aye. Walk right past measure... Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini suit. Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is. Not yet, no. He's incredibly... Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure. You know, serious business.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't. Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of light reflex. Wow. The gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out. Nothing. Some mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Fine.
You've passed up your chance.
Body betrayed.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my mocha? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm. What is this androgynous? This
merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
Stop it. You are embarrassing yourself in front. This display of weakness may appeal to...
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
That is precisely the negative. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it. No, you don't. You need to get a nut.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of... You gave the world eugenics. You dominated. Listen, you will be superseded.
It is, baby.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should bring your troops to the Seminite Island. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize, well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure. Or ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. There are 3 categories of race. Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite. A receding genetic pool has led them out on reprehensible street parades. In the Vespertines and Messenians of the other large mondial civilization, overproduction of sebum. Sebum, as proven by the Maun and the Mesque, Occidental type A, the Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together, type B are
the Khoikos of Grad, Hugo, Jims, Chest et al. Are what you would call white, officer.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned. The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. Its leaders will be the genetic Revacholians, halfway between type A and Racia.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The Revolution came to Ravachol from Grad. The Revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary enough of type mediocrity. Types CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture. The mosquito is born sterile, like a...
It seems unlikely that 2 human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
You are right. You have... Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. The Khoiko, as you know, are very simple. This will never happen. The Simonese and the Khoiko may, but enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformity. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first... We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way, without becoming a race theoretician.
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music? Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little. Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. You're petulant in jam, individualism. You have gotten these offshoots of the Simonese people invented. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural. What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
There always is.
Race is reality. Racists are generally not...
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell, at a he must think redheads are immigrant.
I am not like them. I am...
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree.
That atavistic stick.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
The lieutenant nods. Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. You must forgive me. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rats cafeteria itself? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the... I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie. It's really not. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called...
But they still have cops.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any... But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they... It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. Someone more educated in sweeping matters.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guy.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe?
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
A thin man is smoking below and exhausted. As you step in, he nods toward the table. And okay, it's definitely not his name. The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand, he smiles and bangs his ladle. It's almost like music. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen.
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers...
Well, if there was a winch...
It's hardly a side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Real mature, man. What exactly were you trying...
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know... Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight... Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the... They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means... We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low. They probably fucking killed that guy or something.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. Yes. What else? What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Absolutely out of the...
Absolutely in the question. Your body is ready, sire. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? In time or space? That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. An intricate web of blue lines stretches. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right. For you to discover, you've gotten as far as you will. Someone who knows about history could tell you. Gone. The worker is in a deep slumber. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring load. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. No, he's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. See, yum yum, money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. The man does not mind. You probably need them more.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner.
Does Kuno care? So? Kuno
sent your fat ass running around.
Look, Pig. Kuno to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should... What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say.
Yeah, real interesting.
The fuck about it? Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck...
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. You're testing Kuno's...
Get lost,
Kuno doesn't fucking...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want an off-key melody starts playing after you ring.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue. It's so many walls all over Martinez, weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes.
René, tisk. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week, but that's all I know, really. No, officers, I'm sorry, and I
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with your ghost caviar.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of union prick.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I told this...
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history.
The old soldier mumbles. There he stands, proud.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties. Help with little... Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look... He doesn't know anything.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew. I hate the socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martin.
Well, he tells his little penman exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. Officer, I have a vivid imagination.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
I prefer highly adaptable myself.
Come on, you.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time. Sure, officer. They are the good guys around here. What do you need? Everyone in Martinez.
What do you know about him?
The old soldier. There he stands.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
No, thank you.
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking. Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinez, the union cop is a pejorative.
He doesn't know about the crime.
If I knew...
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing. The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers, a pair of found ultras. The design,
Those sneakers, mister.
only that's found ultra. We're the future. You remember, these once respectable speakers have been conquered. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads,
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. These, officer? These speakers are
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Stars Riker, one of the finest Zhimsk. Not many people outside of Grad.
Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time. An old case for my precinct. They said it was an honor killing. Hussar style.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Could it be another Stajraiko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive, so my initial guess is the two...